Hey, what is up, investors? Jason here. So we have a lot of things to go over with Cardano. So that's what I want to talk about today. I want to talk about what's going on with the price of ADA. Now that we have the CPI data for June out there, and things are starting to kind of go back to normal-ish bearish market, with a lot of that fear that we were seeing with that anticipation on what those numbers were going to be. Now we're gone. We can move on from that. And we've seen a few days in the green over in the crypto market. Great stuff to see because, well, we've been needing to see some sort of green there on the graph. Now, at this time, we have Bitcoin back above $20,000, above $21,000 actually this time, and Cardano above 45 cents at this moment. Now, of course, anything can change during the time that you're watching this. But what I want to cover is the current price movements of ADA, as well as the information with the Vasil Hard Fork, everything that's out there right now. I try to cover as much as I can in this. So as I get to it, if you don't mind, please do me a huge favor, and that is it. You smash, destroy, annihilate, or just gently press that like button to help me out with the algorithm. Help spread this content to more people that might find it interesting. And subscribe and push that bell notification if you have not already. That really helps me out. Now let's get to it. Now looking over at the ADA graph, looking from the middle of May through the middle of July, what we can see is that the price has just been continuously consolidating, and we're seeing a lot more of this consolidation now. Now, we've had multiple days in the green on the date that I'm making this right now, and what we're seeing is the price continue to tighten up, especially as we're getting close to breaking out of a pattern. Now, the entire crypto market, it's just been battered with things like inflation and interest rates and what the stock market's been doing. The crypto market has been on a decline with the price of Bitcoin going down. And the altcoins have just been very much taking a lot of that beating, more so than the price of Bitcoin. Now, Cardano, as we know, it's down significantly from where it was at its highs, where we had seen the price of Cardano above $3 back in September of 2021. And now, we're seeing it at 45 cents at this time. So if you look at the difference between how much Bitcoin has gone down and Cardano has gone down, well, Cardano's gone down significantly more so in percentage-wise from its high than Bitcoin has. And Cardano's just been on really this downward slope ever since it hit those highs. Now, things have just really been consolidating, though, a lot more, like I've been saying here. And what we're seeing is this pattern that has been on since the second quarter of 2022. It's starting to break out of that pattern. Now, it's been following this pattern very well, and now we're seeing this consolidation look like that it possibly could be breaking out of this pattern. But anything's possible right now. I mean, we could see the price of ADA go even more bearish than it currently is, and we can see it not being able to hold on to that 40-cent support that it's been able to, and then start falling to the levels in the 35-cent price range. A lot of people are saying that that's a real possibility that we could be seeing that. But given the fact that we do have this catalyst with the Vasil Hard Fork to look forward to, that does bring a lot of possibilities and to some potential momentum in the price. But the crypto market and the volatility within the crypto market is a big player with that. So if Bitcoin is to start declining again and fall below a price of $19,000, well, that would drastically hurt the entire crypto market, and it would really drop the price of ADA significantly if that was to happen. And we would see ADA find a new floor, and possibly that be around 35 cents if that was to happen, even though we would have that catalyst with the Vasil Hard Fork. But given that the crypto market is not showing those signs right now, and how it's been reacting to the news, especially of that 9.1% inflation rate, seeing that right now, we're seeing the crypto market performing much better than many people have predicted that it was going to recently. Now let's dive into some of the recent information about the Vasil Hard Fork. In a series of tweets on July 3rd by Cardano's ecosystem developer Input Output, the team confirmed the successful testnet of the Vasil Hard Fork, adding that it is now inviting the Cardano stake pool operators, SPOs, developers, building on the network, as well as exchanges to commence their final testing and integration processes. According to the tweets, the complex program of work that the Vasil Hard Fork involves will require projects to check backward compatibility, as well as SPOs to make some scripting adjustments. Now, currently with the price of ADA much lower than it was at the highs in September of 2021, we still have seen this growth with Cardano's ecosystem. The evolving ecosystem on Cardano has been evolving, and at this moment, according to this article here from Finbold, smart contracts on Cardano are on the brink of reaching 3,000. Now, as of July 12, 2022, the number of smart contracts on Cardano currently is at 2,900, so 100 away from reaching 3,000. Now, this graph represents Plutus-based smart contracts that are now operating on Cardano's blockchain. Specifically, the update allowed Cardano to provide a decentralized finance application development platform and programmability to the developer community. Now, we've seen some big improvements with Cardano over the month of June, and so we can only expect what we have to look forward to as we finish the month of July and get into that Vasil Hard Fork launching on the mainnet. Now, looking at the monthly on-chain stats for June, what we have here is some important details about what currently is going on. In the month of June, Cardano was the top project by development activity, where there were 13,000 GitHub commits in June across all Cardano repositories. Now, across other areas, with the amount of wallets and transactions and native tokens, Cardano is very much primed for the next big bull run. The analytic company Santiment had tweeted on July 9th, as Cardano's price performance has stayed particularly underwhelming in 2022, addresses holding 10,000 to 100,000 ADA are now accumulating. They've added 79.1 million ADA to their collective bags in 30 days. Meanwhile, whales holding between 100,000 and 10 million ADA have ceased their dumping. The accumulation of whales is a sign that the bullish pressure might be building up, and this can be further supported by the increase in whale transaction counts since the start of July. This bullish outlook can also be supported by this strong buy wall that we're seeing, where we see consistent buying volume the closer that the price of ADA gets to being around 40 cents. And since the middle of June, the price has shown a lot less volatility. Go over at the MACD and looking at how much different, looking at it now in comparison to how it's been looking. Now let's look over at DeFi Llama and look at the total value locked of ADA tokens right now. The total value locked currently is 327 million ADA tokens. And the thing is, if you were to think about the fact that the crypto market has seen so much change here over these past few months, and think about what the whole Terra Luna situation did to the entire crypto market, and think about how drastic that was to every cryptocurrency and how drastic that could be to the total value locked for Cardano, and looking at how we haven't seen really much change. Only briefly we saw change. We haven't really seen the people that are locking up their Cardano pull it out. The TVL of ADA tokens has been very consistent. They've been bullish the entire time. The TVL has just been consistent well before Terra Luna, and it hasn't changed. That says something about the Cardano community. The Cardano community is a very strong community with a lot of support. Now, I expect that when we get closer and closer to the Vasil Hard Fork launching on the mainnet, which we know is going to happen here, hopefully within the next couple weeks, that we're going to see this total value lock continuing to actually go up a bit. So when we look over at the Cardano ecosystem, we get an idea of the amount of projects coming out. We know that the total value lock currently is only very small in comparison to what it's going to be, because the total Cardano ecosystem is very large and it's expanding. And there's so many projects currently in the works that as we get to more total value locked of ADA, then the value of it is only going to be increasing. So there's a lot that we can really expect with that as time does go on after the Vasil Hard Fork launches on the mainnet. Now, it's too bad that the crypto market had taken such a drastic turn over these last few months. Because otherwise, if we would have looked at the previous price predictions for ADA, they were a lot more bullish than they currently are, because now we're all rooting for the price of ADA to go above 50 cents, or crossing our fingers to see ADA going to 60 cents is a price that we would like to see it go to. You know, break out of that 40 cent price range that it's currently been sitting in for a long time now. That's the price prediction that would be fair to give ADA at this moment. But I don't want to go into like a more technical price prediction. I think being fair and saying if we were to see the price of Bitcoin maybe going up a bit more, then seeing ADA break out of that 40 cent price and going to a price of 50 cents would be a realistic possibility. But at this point, it's really hard to make a prediction. But hopefully we continue to see some sort of good momentum within the crypto market, and it be very beneficial for Cardano and also the rest of the altcoins as well. But anyways, I'd like to hear your guys' thoughts and opinion about the Vasil Hard Fork and the Cardano's price and the overall crypto market right now. What are your thoughts and opinions? So with that being said, please like, share, comment, subscribe. New content coming out all the time. Thank you guys for watching and listening. I will see you all in the next one coming very soon.